We're going to start Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Hello, everybody who is on Facebook or Instagram. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. So thank you, everybody, for coming tonight and for joining online. I really appreciate it. This has been a very interesting journey. It has taken forever since I committed to writing this book and it actually happening. And so it's funny that now, today, it's actually here. It's kind of crazy. So I'll just give you a little thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So just kind of as a little background, people ask me, why would I write about love? Like, why would you write about love? We all know love, right? We know how to love. We know what love is. We love people. We love somebody. Everybody knows love. You see it on T-shirts and purses, and Brighton, even purses in Brighton have love on it. So you see it everywhere, and you think you know what it is. And I thought I knew until I did this thing. So I had this conversation a few years ago. I was in a not great place. I was in a tough spot. I felt like my world was getting smaller and smaller, like my world was crashing in. I felt like I was like in the size of a phone booth. For anybody here remember what a phone booth is? That was a minute ago. If you don't, just picture a really small closet. Anyway, and so I decided that I needed Prozac or Valium. I needed something. I wanted to have nervous breakdown, but those went away when women stopped wearing pearls to do their housework. So I knew I couldn't do that, so I thought, okay. So I'd call somebody and get some help. So I called around to friends and asked for suggestions and got a name. I called that person and left a message. Then I got a message back saying she was full, but here's another name. And so then I called that person, left a message. Then a little bit later, my phone rang. And I said, hello, this is Kim. She said, and the name of the person was somebody, Bennett, whatever. Anyway, so I pick up the phone and, hello, Kim. And she said, hey, Kim, this is Denise Bennett. Why do you want to see me? I'm like, why do I want to see you? Like, that's a pretty bold question for the person to call, and that's the first thing that you ask, like, nothing like getting right to the point. And I said, well, a few years ago, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she said, oh, I'm so sorry. How are you? Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm good. I said, but 4 months later, my husband was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. She went, oh, gee. And I said, yeah, I know, it was a lot. And then he passed away 6 weeks later. And she said, wow, that's so much. And I said, yeah, but he was a great guy. We had a great marriage. I had it better than most people have it their whole life. It's kind of the standard answer I give to people when they ask about my husband. And she said, oh, wow, there has to be so much to deal with. I said, yeah, but things are good. Life is good. It's okay. But then a couple months ago, I lost my dad. And she said, oh, my word. And I said, I know, and he was such a great guy and such a great dad, and I miss him so much. And she said, oh, gosh, I'm so sorry to hear all this. I said, yes, and then I just broke up with this guy I was dating who really messed with my mind. And she said, really? And I said, yeah, I think he's a sociopath, like a textbook sociopath, not like just any, like in the books and college you can learn about this guy. And she said, wow, that's terrible. I said, yeah, so I thought I should see somebody, I should talk to somebody so that I know that I'm not going to continue to date sociopaths and end up on a Lifetime movie. And she said, well, I agree. I think it's a good idea. You probably should talk to somebody. But I'm a little confused. I'm your son's landscaper? And I went, oh my gosh. Well, my son had been building a house at the time, and he was a little overwhelmed. And so I said, well, I can help with whatever. And so he told his landscaper to call me so I could help with that part of it. And her name's Bennett, too. So I was so confused. And so I went, oh, my word, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she said, oh, no, don't be. She said, I promise I won't tell a soul. And I said, you can tell whoever you want because I am telling this story. So feel free. So anyway, but losing my husband made me kind of question, what really is love? It's not like you go to the store and you buy a manual, right? Or there's no love for dummies, or whatever. So we learn from our parents, we learn from whoever. And I thought, man, if you really knew love, really the true meaning of love, and you live that way, we'd be living the way we're supposed to live, the way that God would want us to live, because God is love. And so after my husband died, I got through my stuff and whatever, and then I did what every other widow would do. I went to Haiti. And it was there, too, that I was really wondering, what is love and what's this all about, and do I really know? Do I really know? And so I decided that I was going to dedicate a year to learn about what love is. And I was going to take 2,000-year-old poem that you hear at every wedding. Love is patient, love is kind, does not envy, does not boast, et cetera, right? Most people know it. And I would take one word at a time. And so I'd start with, what is love that is patient? And I figured I would do one word a month. That was my goal. Well, there's 14 words. So the math didn't quite work out. So it took me longer than a year to accomplish this. But I lived, breathed, worked at it, tried to figure out what the heck it's supposed to mean. And I'll tell you, what I found out was every single word, when you put love with it, it totally changes the definition. It's not what Noah Webster has written down. Everything changes. So love that is patient was the first word. And after dealing with things in Haiti, dealing with shipping in Haiti where I'm supposed to be patient, and I always thought patience was you're not honking when you're stuck in traffic, right? Or, you're ready to go and they're not ready to go and you're stomping your foot, and you don't do that, you're being patient. But I discovered love that is patient is so different from that. Love that is patient is, first of all, I believe you're supposed to love everybody. So whoever you're with, your friend, your spouse, your child, your grocery store clerk, whoever, right? That you recognize that this is the most important moment of your life. Everything that has come before is in the past. Everything that's yet to come is yet to come. This moment is going to come and go no matter where your mind is. No matter what you're thinking, this moment's going to come and go. And for me, I get distracted so easily, and it's so easy to be talking to somebody. I think I'm this great multitasker, and so I'll be talking to somebody and then thinking about a meeting that I have later, or I have to stop at the grocery store and pick up milk, or whatever. I don't really drink milk, so I don't know why I said that, but whatever it happens to be. But I have had to practice this, practice, because that is what love that is patient is. It is being right here with the people that you love, the person that you love, who's everybody, right? The person who's right in front of you. That's love that is patient. And that was a big one. And I'm thinking, holy cow, if everyone's like this, there's 14 of them, this is going to be crazy. And it was crazy. And most of the time I was in Haiti doing research and trying to live it and work it and figure it out. And Haiti's a whole different world. And if you can find love in the U.S., you can find love in Haiti, because the love there runs so deep and so true and is so amazing. So anyway, so I wrote this book, Love Is, and it is not a typical unicorns and rainbows kind of a book. It is the true stories. I start out each chapter talking about what I think it's going to be, and then I work at it, work to look for what is love that is kind, look for it, and then write the story, whatever it is that got me to the realization of what it really is. And it was so eye-opening, so transforming, so amazing. The journey has been amazing. It's changed my life. I really am passionate about the message of it. I think that anyone who reads the book will see love a different way, because it sure isn't what I thought it was. And I had good parents. They taught me okay. But still, there's so many things to love that I didn't realize. And if I had to sum love up in one word, it would be freedom. Love is complete and total freedom. There is not a freedom any better than love. Because when you love, you're free to just love. You don't have to envy. You don't have to, covet somebody's stuff. Just love them. Who cares what they have? You don't have to think, oh my gosh, I did this kind thing, this kind love thing, and they should do something for me. No. Love that is kind has no expectations of getting anything in return. None. Not a thank you, not a reciprocal casserole, not a, I went to her daughter's wedding, why didn't she come to mine? None of that. It's zero expectation, which is a good word for our Christmas season coming up, right? Like, bring the neighbor cookies, that's kind. That's showing some kind love. It's not kind love, though, when you did it because you want something. Then that's not love. Do it because you want to do it. Do it because you love. And don't expect anything in return. If you get something, great. But if you don't, it's okay, because that's what love is. That's what love is. So love is freedom. You're free to just love. And I hope that's the message that people get from the book. And I hope people buy the book. Because I really think this is a valuable message that needs to go on and on and on. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Laura Lee, who wrote my book proposal, who I never would have got a book deal without a book proposal. She's the most amazing person ever. Laura Lee Craker. She's written several books. Buy them all. Buy them all. Gift them for Christmas. Buy all of them, because they're all amazing. And I appreciate you so much, Laura Lee. You're such a blessing to me and such a big help. And then now I've got this dream team working for me, helping me out. Kathy Jo and Mary. I don't know what I'd do without you guys. And now that Sheila's retired, hopefully she's going to join the team. And so anyway, thank you, everybody who was a part of this. Thank you most of all to you, Amanda. I dedicated the book to my daughter. We fight all the time. We have fought since she was 3 years old, 2 years old, a year old, I don't even know. From birth, we have been fighting. And she's very strong-willed. And some might say I am. I don't know. But I think she started PMSing at around 3. So that's right.
She was about a year old.
That's right, yeah. My friend Lori is here, and her son Tony would call her Domanda, yes, which we all thought was fitting. So, but what I've come to realize over the years is, our fights we love each other deeply, and Amanda has taught me more about love than anyone, because we fight and she still loves me. But really, she loves so deeply and so purely. Like, her friends, man, be her friend. She will be your friend forever. She will stick by your side through thick and thin. And Amanda knows love. And so thanks, Vance. No. Anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.